Hey, this is me Sanu Chaudhary and I'm going to explain you about the OSI model. So firstly, the OSI model. OSI stands for the Open System Interconnection Model, and it was developed in 1984 by the ISO, International Organization for Standardization, and it has 7 layers. First is the application layer, second presentation layer, third session layer, fourth is the transport layer, fifth is a network layer, sixth is data link, and 7 is the physical layer. The OSI model is a reference model. We are not using it in our daily life, where we all are using TCP/IP model, and TCP/IP is the real implementation model. It was developed in 1969 by the ARPANET. So here is the structure of OSI model. First 3 layers: application layer, presentation layer, session layer. It's a software layers because it's work with softwares. Fourth is a transport layer. Transport layer is the heart of OSI model, and it's provide interface between the software layers and a hardware layers. Last 3 layers: network layer, data link layer, and a physical layer, is known as the hardware layers. So first is the application layer. Application layer is only one layer that is provide interface between the user and a hardware, and it's perform 2 functions like the authentication and authorization. Authentication is a process to identify the ID and a password, and second is the authorization is a process to identify authorized person. Then the second layer is a presentation layer. The presentation layer is responsible for the represent the information that understand by the user and the machine, and it's provide information as the way user can understand easily, and it's work like a translator. Okay, and it's perform 2 functions like encryption and a decryption. Encryption, it's a process that converts simple and a plain text into the cipher text, and the decryption is a process to convert cipher text into the plain text. And third one is a session layer. Session layer establish the connection between the computer, and it's a perform functions like establish the session, provide session ID, transmit the session, and it's a manage time. Next layer is the transport. The next layer is the transport layer. The transport layer also responsible for the flow control of the data, and it's responsible to transmit information and data from the source to destination, and it's perform 2 functions: segmentation and a resample. The segmentation is the process that divide the data in the same amount of segments, and the resample is the process that rearrange all the segments with the help of sequence table. And the transport layer divide the data into the form of segments. Then fifth layer is the network layer. The network layer is find the best physical path to a data for reach their destination, and it's perform functions like internetworking, IP addressing, and a routing. And then the routing is a process that select the best and short path between the source and a destination for delivering the data packets from over the network. Okay, and it's also the network layers take data in the form of segments and divide into the packets. The next layer is a data link layer. The data link layers take packets from the network layer and break into the frames, and data link layer also control the flow of data over the network. The last layer is a physical layer that take data the form of frames and divide into the bytes, and you should have to know that computer only understand binary numbers 0 and 1. 0 that means off, and 1 that means on. So hope you understand. Thank you so much.